Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread. Thank you for joining me today. Today is Saturday, September 7th, and this is about the gazillionth time that I have tried to film this video. I went and got Ethan. He had Bravo Liberty today, so that meant he could come home for the day, and it's been nothing but interruptions ever since. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My channel is on my hobbies, which are cross-stitching, a little bit of sewing, one day maybe some quilting. I do enjoy paper crafting. I'd make greeting cards, gift tags, treat boxes, gift card holders, that kind of thing. Occasionally I'll scrapbook. I've got a lot of scrapbooks I need to finish, but it's been a while since I've done it, and some that I need to do from vacations that probably will never get done. It is what it is. It's okay. And if you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that you came back to see what I've been up to. And hopefully this week won't disappoint. We'll see. Last week we came home from vacation. You already know that. Monday night I had to take my dog in, and he stayed overnight in the ER because he caught infectious pneumonia. So I guess if you've got kennel cough, it can develop into infectious pneumonia with deep-chested dogs, and he's a German Shepherd, so he's got that deep barrel, like deep chest. And so yeah, they found a little pneumonia. So I let him stay overnight so that he could get hydrated. I don't know if they gave him any nourishment. I think they just were trying to get him hydrated. And then I wanted the IV antibiotics started so we could get a jump on it really quickly. So now he's on 2 antibiotics. Today he's coughing a little bit more, and he didn't finish his breakfast, but he ate the wet food that I gave him with the medicine in it. So that's all I care about, is that we get that medicine in. So we're still gonna watch him, and if he keeps coughing, I will have to take him back to the vet. But yeah, I'm these things happen. I'm glad he's going to be okay. They were very nice. The boarding facility was very nice when I called them. I'm so sorry to hear that. I will let everybody know. Thank you for calling. But that was it. I did sign a waiver saying that I do understand that animals can come home with, communicable diseases, and well, he got a doozy. So we've been working with that and dealing with that this week. Work is doing okay. It's picking up because we've got now our school year flow going. So it's like this next week coming up, I'm working 3 evenings. And I don't know that I can take off. Because our auction is at the end of the month. We'll see. There's a lot going on. I had 2 starts this week, and I had no finishes. No real haul came in, and I wanted to kind of go over. I went through my whip bags and the baskets, and kind of started pulling my summer things. I left a couple summer things that I want to work on until they're finished, like I did when I left some Christmas things, and I stitched a little Christmas throughout this the summertime, the spring and summer. So it's the same thing, just with this summer projects I'm working on. I also kept my 3 big pieces that I'm working on right now, which well, I got a few, but the ones that I would like to finish fairly soon. Camping by the Blue Flower, I think. The Hometown Sal by Teresa Kogut, Land of Liberty by Teresa Kogut, and then my summer Quaker, which is from Lila's studio, which is that bigger one with the Quaker on the border, and the inside is like an ocean scene with a boat or ship, and you know, you've probably seen it. So those I kept in the whip basket so that I see them more frequently and I can pull them out and put a few stitches in a little bit more than I do when I keep them in a bag. Even though the bag is just as close, I just always pull from my current basket. So let's go ahead and start with my first new start, and it is Mercy Hopkins sampler. I picked this up on vacation in Williamsburg. I just love the colors. Many specialty stitches in this one, so we'll see how it winds up at the end. Is it possible that I will switch it to all cross stitches? Sure. I did not put the floss on floss rings because they're sectioned off in the directions. It numbers the flosses. Let me see if I can find it. So like number 9, it's one strand of very dark blue green and one strand of dark avocado green. So it tells me that that's this grouping here. The way that they put this together, at first I was like, oh, but then as I started working on it, I'm like, oh, it made a lot of sense. So I'm not putting these on a ring just because it's hard to put it on a ring when they're in that kind of configuration. This was a complete kit with fabric, floss, and needle, and of course chart and instructions, and this is where I got. So it looks like a decent start, and I think that it is. This is what I was stitching on Monday when we decided to take the dog in. So I had only been stitching on it for a couple hours. This outline is one of those with one strand of one color and another strand of another color. It's a really pretty blended. So it's nice. And then it gives a little bit of variegation depending on which of those colors is visible on, you know, more visible than the other. So it started. I think I'm gonna enjoy that one a lot. It was a lot of fun to stitch, and it was going quickly too. The weave on the fabric is loose enough that it really, I think it's a 32 count, and it's really, really nice. In this project bag, which I also picked up on vacation, I have all of the Primrose Cottage Halloween releases that I purchased in this box. So I did the Salem Sisters Stitchery, the Halloween Quilt, and the Halloween Quaker. And the Halloween Quaker is what I started because it is perfection. Just love it. I'm stitching mine on 36 count Winter Brew by R&R. And that's how far I got. Not a huge start, but enough of a start. I think it's going to look really good. I did get the finishing pack, so I have the finishing fabric, wool felt square, and trim, and this also came with the called for floss. Love it. I put some time in on Indigo Lane, and actually I started looking at my flosses. One of you sent me your conversion, your color conversion, which I'm looking at. I spent quite a bit of time the other day with some flosses out and was really looking at them, and what I discovered is I have 2, maybe even 3 different dye lots of Banker's Gray. So the called for dark blue on this is actually Deep Sea. Let me put it up here. It's actually Deep Sea. So more of a blue green, and I switched it to Freedom. So I get a little bit more of the blue. I thought they're so similar. But this one's reading just a skosh more blue. The Banker's Gray that came when I ordered the floss for this was very dark. Probably would be fine. Then I was going through my stash and I found this Banker's Gray. No, yeah. So a little lighter. And this one looks really good with this Freedom, better than it does, I think, with the Deep Sea. So as of right now, I'm going to use these 2 as a switch. And actually Banker's Gray is a called for. I'm just using an older dye lot because it's a little lighter. And these are all the called for. So very pretty muted color palette. I just really like it. Oh, the other color I swapped out was Blue Heron. I swapped it out for I think I swapped it out for Slate. Just a little bluer. If I could put, and I'm keeping all of them together so that if I want to go back to the originals, I can. I'm stitching this on 40 count Legacy linen by Picture This Plus. So I worked up on the tree and I started the flower. You can see the flower, first flower. I think it's going to look really good on this when it's all done, and that house is in, the birds are in, the Quaker motifs are in. It's going to look really good. This was my birthday start. I can't remember if I mentioned that already or not, and I am really thinking that this could absolutely be done by next summer when my birthday comes around again. I feel like I'm off to a good start. Next, out of the 2023 fall issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher, I'm stitching Be Thankful. He is so cute. He is turning out so cute. Okay, so I'm stitching mine on 46 count linen, embroidery linen, Haute Bristol by Artiste, and this came from Hobby Lobby. And I am using the called for colors, and look at how deep and rich this color palette is. Oof, love it. And here is my progress. Oh yeah. There's my progress. So I filled in two of the smaller leaves and the acorns. I added the leaves to these pumpkins, and I filled in the top part of his little body. He is so cute. I don't have many Thanksgiving stitches, so I really want to get him done so I can have a fully finished object by Thanksgiving time. You know, it would be nice to have that out. Oh, this has got to go in there too. I pulled out Halloween Quaker. I'm not sure this one's going to be done, but I am pretty close to 2/3 of the way done with it. I am stitching this on, I think I'm doing 36 count Murky with the called for flosses. And then DMC black. .32 count Murky. So mine's gonna be a little bit bigger. But when I started this, I really wasn't proficient. I didn't feel like I was proficient enough with the 40 count. I hadn't discovered it was my sweet spot. You know what? I'm just gonna do it this way. So this is how much I've got done on it. I love how these colors pop off on this fabric. It's so grungy, it's so good. And so what I did is I finished the words Happy Halloween, and I finished the witch. I finished this gold little curly Q thing, this purple motif, and I started the pumpkin. Love it. I think part of my hesitancy with this one is it's so big, it's going to obviously be framed. That's going to be expensive too. And I have a giant vet bill I have to pay off. This was my Friday focus piece. If you're new here, what I've started doing here, I don't think I've started the whole year, maybe most of the year. I decided that I need to just stitch on one piece on Friday. So if I get any stitching time in the morning, afternoon, or evening, it's going to be focused on one piece until it's done. So every Friday I pull out the same thing until it's done. And I'm pulling out projects that are at least 50% done. Not dumb. That's dumb. Done. So here I am with winter. What I finished, what I did on this one is I finished the middle home, the hot cocoa store. I added the red to the windows of the darker blue. I added the black to this door over here. I extended that black street or line all the way across, and I started with the words down below. I think that's it. So what I have left, I have to fill in the door color here. There's some snowbanks on either side. I need to finish the cream and the snowflakes in front of the hot cocoa store and do the names of the month. And I think I think it'll be done. I need to finish this door too, put a snowflake in there. This is last year's Stitching with the Housewives through Fat Quarter Shop, and it will be finished on its own board like autumn is here. I've changed my display. So September is up for the monthly weigh-in, and I've got autumn up. I may move autumn into the house. We'll have to see how those decorations look when I pull them out. But for now, it's up there and I love it. So this one, the board is it's painted. I just need to embellish the board, which I want to do with some glitter paste and snowflakes, snowflake stencils. And then I will finish this piece and put it on there, and then that series will be completely done. This will go up after Christmas. Because it was a kit, it came in this bag with the called for floss, the called for fabric, the chart, this little charm. Sorry. The bag, obviously. Oh, and the finishing fabric, the backing, which I'm not sure I'm going to use for this one. We'll have to see. So that was fun. Okay, I think that is all that I got done this week. Everything that I touched this week. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through whips that I have for fall. So it could be fall, Thanksgiving, or Halloween pieces. So these we're going to make it into my whip basket of things that I'm going to go to first, unless I really want to pull something from one of the others, which I do a couple times a month. I'll pull something from the others and work on it. So I am working on Jack-O-Lantern Jubilee by Brenda Gervais. I do have 3 of these pillows already finished. I have her finished, I believe. I can't see them. They're up there. Sorry, didn't mean to bump you. I believe I have Trick or Treat done. Is it just 2? Oh, and I have her done. Look how cute she is. I think those are the 3 that I have done. So now I'm working on Boo Cats, and I've restarted this. This is the second time I've restarted it because these cats are giving me the business, and I do not understand why. I think it's the stripes. I think they're kind of tabby. So they're kind of giving me the business. You can see it a little bit better on the back in that photo. And then my daughter wants a pillow because I have a fabric that she really likes. She's like, "Will you make me a pillow with this fabric?" I'm like, "Okay, sure." So I want to do the same one for her. So that means I'm going to stitch it twice. She may wind up with something else. We'll see. Of course, I'm using the called for flosses. They are a mess. I haven't pulled this out in a very long time. And what am I stitching this on? I am stitching this on 40 count platinum linen. So I got, throwing the needle around. So I got one cat done, and I started on the one of the pumpkins. So I'm just working my way over. She may get this one. I'm further along than I remembered. I do love these little pillows. I love her booklets like this. She has many of them because there's such a nice collection of smalls that you can make up, and you can finish them into pillows or flat folds or however you want, and they look really, really cute. The next one is Halloween Delivery by Plum Street Samplers. It's good, good, good. I, however, am stitching this on 36 count old-fashioned linen by Fortnight Fabrics. I'm not sure that they're even in business anymore. I feel like last year at Nashville Needlework, stores didn't get their fabrics. So if you find a Fortnight fabric, it just might be what was ever left in someone's stock from, in the shop. But it's too bad because the colors are fantastic and the feel of the fabric is good. So I don't quite understand. So I had finally finished the bird and the reins going up to the invisible ghost driver, and I started on the carriage. So I don't think I'm going to get this one finished, but I would like to move it along this fall season. And I am stitching with the called for flosses, if I didn't say that already. I think I did. You'll just let me repeat myself. It's okay. Okay. Did I start the... Oh, yes, I did. Okay. A basket full of AUT Time. I haven't touched this one in a couple weeks. This is a new Brenda Gervais. I decided to stitch mine with the called for flosses on 36 count dark cobblestone. See, I love these dark colors. The fall colors. The oranges, the browns, the yellowy greens, the golds. And that's how far we got. If you remember a few videos ago, I was not happy with the color of her dress. And I'm not unhappy with the color of the cat or the basket, but I think they were supposed to be a little darker. This is the called for floss. It's just my dye lot is reading more brown. So I think what I'm going to do her dress in charcoal and her shoes and hat in the bats in black. I think that's gonna pop off a little bit more and have a little bit more contrast. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I love the way this is turning out. So I will be pulling this out because I've been thinking about it. I've just been reaching for other things. I'll pull this out this week and work on it. Okay, this was a Patreon chart last year from Hello from Liz Matthews, and now it's been released to the public. But this is Flowers and Friends. I loved it because that house I thought was like a dark gray or a black. It's actually blue, and it's beautiful. I'm stitching this on 40 count cream and sugar. And last time I picked it up, I kind of worked on the house and these flowers here, and I will shoot to finish that house. Well, I guess if I get a little closer, that yellow is showing up the gold. These colors are popping a little bit more in real life than they are across the screen, but it does look really nice. She's not gonna be very big. That's as wide as it's going to be. Probably gonna be twice this height would be my guess. She put the conversion. It'll be 5 3/4 by 5, so almost a 6 by 5 finished size. And of course the called for flosses, so you can see DMC's what I chose. So real pretty, more of the jewel toned fall colors, I think. This one I haven't picked up in a long time. This is the August Patreon chart from Teresa Kogut from last year for Tier 4, We All Scream. And I'm using the called for flosses. And I am stitching mine on 30 count weeks sanguine. So it's going to be a little bit bigger, but that's okay. I think it's going to be, I think I'll make a really cute pillow. And that's as far as I got. Once you get going on this, because it's a 30 count, it goes pretty quickly. But I am enjoying it a lot. Also, because she uses similar colors, or the same colors, for the monthly Patreon chart, I would like to eventually stitch this one from last year and this little guy from last year. And maybe even this one. This one's lower on my priority list. I really like the others. I like the vintage feel. So we'll see if and when I ever get to them. But they're all in the same bag just in case. Okay. This is more fall or Thanksgiving. I am stitching Falling by Plum Street Samplers. And I don't have much done on this. I'm stitching this on 40 count Platinum Linen by Zweigart. And this is how much I got done. So I started with that border, and as you can see, a couple of the crosses down at the bottom here are not crossed over because those are my marker cross stitches, so I will have to go back in and finish crossing those over. I do like it, I just haven't picked it up in a while. And that's not the end of the border. The border has this checkerboard around it too. It's intense. It's gonna look really cute when it's done though. Not sure it'll get done by this Thanksgiving. Probably not. But I can at least get it further along. This one I would like to finish just because I love them so much. This is the Autumn Quaker. By Primrose Cottage. I did something a little different though. I am stitching this one on 40 count Newcastle linen in the color Earth by Fiber on a Whim. And then I'm stitching it with an orange floss. So it's orange on this dark, yummy brown. And that's all the further I got. I think I was struggling with the dark color, but since then I have gotten better at stitching on a small count dark linen. So this one will need to come out and hopefully get finished pretty quickly. So I'm not using the called for fabric, which means I'm also not using the called for floss, and I'm using Daylily. So hopefully this will be enough. Oh, I have more here. Daylily to finish this piece. I may pull out and do the pumpkins in a darker color if I look like I'm running out. I'll just have to be cognizant of it. But I love it. I think it's going to be really pretty when it's done. And then with an orange, I picture an orange velvet backing on this one, maybe. We'll just have to wait and see. Is a dog barking, 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 and I think it's mine. I can't tell if it's mine or the neighbor's. I think it's mine. He's obviously feeling better. Okay, this one I started several years ago. My mom was recovering from surgery, and while I was sitting with her, I started this. This was very close to the beginning of my getting back into cross stitch. This is Give Thanks by Sabrosa. I love the vintageness of it. I love the font. The turkeys are really cool looking. And I am stitching this one on 40 count cream linen with the called for flosses, which are here. Not very many flosses. And hopefully I counted correctly, because this was my first piece that I started on a 40 count, and I was in her living room, which is not brightly lit, but they had a heat, like a bright light for a reptile that they had, so I would flip that around and turn it on to help me see. It actually looks better than what I thought it did. So I need to pull this out and work on it. I think it would be a really cute, long, narrow pillow like it's pictured here. Maybe framed. We'll see how big it is when it's done. but I love it. I really do like it. So this one hasn't been touched since 2021, 2020, 2021. Okay, I printed out this one, Bats and Booze. I think it's really pretty. I am stitching mine on 40 count Stormy Nights. Again, new to the 40 count, and I'm using the called for flosses. But this is as far as I got. So I need to pull this one out and finish it because I think it'll be really cute. And I love this fabric. I have a very small piece of it. Perfect for this pillow. I am going to make it into a pillow. I did get the finishing kit, or the floss pack, so I've got all of the called for flosses here. Ooh, they're not on a ring. Tells you how long it's been since I've touched this, but all the called for flosses, the All Weeks Dye Works. This was a mystery printout. I think it was free through Fat Quarter Shop. And then this was a mystery stitch along last year. So that was 2 years ago. This was last year, and it's Haunted Halloween. I don't think I have it printed all the way out. I am stitching this on the called for, which is, but I did the linen, 36 count pistachio Edinburgh linen. And I don't know what it is with this one. I'm just kind of stuck. I'm not enjoying it as much as I thought I would, but I think it's cute enough to finish. It would be really cute on a project bag or a larger pillow. I love, love, love this fabric. I got probably a fat half, I think. It's beautiful. So I need to move along on this one because I do think a project bag would be really cute. And of course, the called for flosses, because I believe I bought the floss kit, or floss pack rather. And then 3 that I have not started. I have this kit here. This is a kit that I believe I won for their anniversary. My name was drawn out of their email subscriber list, and they sent me the quarterly stitch, so it came in this really cute bag, and everything to stitch this project is in the bag. So the chart, the fabric, the floss pack, a John James needle, and this cute needle minder. Clearly I haven't started it yet, but look at this fabric. I love this fabric. Can you see? It's printed. I don't really want to take it out of the wrapper, but it's printed with all things fall. Really, really cute. But I think what I don't like about this, I'm struggling a little bit with the plaid tablecloth, but even more so, I'm struggling with this gourd right here. I don't know why, because gourds look like that. I don't know why I'm struggling with it. But I like how it looks. I like the fabric. But I haven't decided if I'm going to keep the full project and work it myself, or if I'm going to take it apart, give some of it as a giveaway. So I probably need to think about that this season and make a decision. I for sure am going to keep the fabric, but I might let everything else in this kit go. I don't know. We'll see. The other, I got the fall and the winter quarterly stitch along, and the winter one was really cute. I really liked it. In fact, I started it. Didn't get very far, but I started it. So that one's cute. Okay. Okay, this is from 2020. Again, Thanksgiving, because I don't have much Thanksgiving anything. Celebrate Harvest. Harvest Blessings by Brenda Gervais. I have not started this one. Called for flosses. I believe I have all of those. And this is 30 count country mocha Edinburgh linen that I'm going to stitch it on. And is that the called for? No, the called for linen is oaken. If I picture this plus. But I have country mocha, vintage country mocha. I think it's gonna look okay. Certainly that's not all the colors. I'm missing a brown. Oh yeah, no. I need to finish kitting this one. Some of these I haven't started because I don't have all the flosses, and I just don't want to buy the flosses at the moment. I think that's part of the problem. Okay. Then I have When Witches Go Riding by Brenda Gervais. This is from last year. Again, cute little pillows. And I picked up a whole yard of Forbidden Fiber praline. Because look how good it is. Oh. It does have a little bit of a peachy cast to it. You don't really see it, but in person, you definitely see. Maybe you see it better on this side. Yeah, you can see how it kind of leans a little on the peach side. But I love it. I think a lot of really great projects will be stitched on this fabric. This is the other thing. I have a whole cut of fabric. Why? And then my flosses, I don't think I have all of them yet, but this is what I do have. Called for, almost always I use the called for. And so that's it. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. Haul. Not a lot. A while ago I printed out Busy Hands Happy Heart from Hello from Liz Matthews. This was a Patreon chart. I went ahead and bought the ornament for Teresa Kogut for September 2024, which is floral token. Super cute. I love it, I love it, I love it. And then I printed out House on Pumpkin Hill, which is also a Patreon chart, another Patreon chart from Hello from Liz Matthews. I think this is September's. So in a year's time, she'll release those, but she has them available to her Patreon first. And then I bought a quilt pattern. And this is silly because it probably could be done, I probably could figure it out on my own, but I just thought, no, just get it. But how cute are those gingham quilts? So I really want to make a couple gingham quilts. One that will match my living room all the time, and maybe a seasonal one. But I love it. Looks so good. Let's see. Ask me when I sew. I don't, because I'm working all the time. Okay, so we're going to do a giveaway. We got to the 15,000 mark. Not 15,000. Could we please get to the 15,000 mark? That would be fun. 1,500. 1,500 subscribers last week while I was on vacation, 2 weeks ago while I was on vacation. And so I've got some things here that I pulled from my stash. One, I had a duplicate chart that I didn't realize that I had from my shopping from vacation, and then two others, another one that's a duplicate, one that I'm passing the pattern along, I'm done with it, but it is my pattern that I stitched off of, and then something from Needlework Marketplace, not the August one, but the March one. So to enter the drawings, please be a U.S. citizen. I'm sorry, I have to limit it to U.S. this time. A U.S. citizen. You need to be 18 years or older because I need to ask for your address. Please be a subscriber and like the channel and follow the channel. Subscribe and like the video. And then we're just going to do numbers. I'm not going to ask you a question or anything like that. Just put down the numerical number for the chart or charts that you want. I will use the random comment picker and announce the winner in the next video, which should be next Saturday. It'll be next weekend for sure, probably next Saturday. So is there anything else on that? You know the drill. Okay, so number one, by Brenda Gervais, Bittersweet and Broomsticks. Nope. So number one. Number two, Farmhouse Christmas, Little Red Barn. One of you sweet subscribers sent me your copies of the full set. I only had this one, so I'm gonna pass the stash because I have your whole set. So thank you for that. I'm excited. I'm going to pass this one along to somebody else. That's number two. Number three, cute little seaside sparrow. He really is cute. And number four, Happiness is Homemade Cookbook. If you're new to cross stitching, in March they do a big needlework marketplace in near Nashville in Franklin, Tennessee, and they have done, I think this is the second, maybe the third, I don't know what I'm talking about, but the designers will submit a recipe and a small chart, and they're all so cute. You're gonna want this. I debated on whether or not to order. Some shops, online shops, have a copy from the year before, and I've debated on whether or not to order that one. I thought, no, just stick with this one. So this is going to be number four. Okay. So, and numerical numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Be a subscriber, like the channel, like the video. All of that. Okay, I wanted to comment one thing. We're getting kind of close to an hour, which I don't like to do videos this long very often, or very much. I said last week that 141 Design Company, their mystery ornament box was up for sale, and that it would be available from September 1st through September 30th, that you pre-order it and then it ships. Well, apparently, unbeknownst to me, it sold out. They were shocked. Chantel was shocked from 141 Design. So she reached out to the designers and asked if they could add more, and because it was only day 2 or 3 before it sold out, and they said, oh, of course. So what she's doing differently this year is 5 designers pick out 5 of her current ornaments, so that she's not designing a new ornament, it's a current ornament that, or a previous ornament that was in the box, and they are designing a piece specifically for that ornament, so that you know when you get it and you stitch it with the right size fabric, you can finish it on that piece. And then she said that she's including some finishing items as well. Not to, you can't fully finish, but it's just little things that will help out. I am going to try to remember to link her video below, because she really does a good job of explaining what happened and how she's fixing the situation. She's very good with customer service. She really wants to make it right. So if you didn't get your box, I know you can go on and get the box now. I don't know if I don't know, for example, if the finishing pack is going to be missing from your box and therefore the price will be lower. I don't know. But if you're interested and you haven't done so already because you think it's sold out, she's reopened. She will keep it open until September 30, and then they will ship. I believe she ships on a first come, first served basis. So first order in is the first order out, and those will be going out the week of October 7. So if you're interested, go check out her latest video. I believe it was a Wednesday night video, and she will explain everything in that video. So yeah, so there's that. Thank you for sticking with me. If you're still here to the end of the video, I really do appreciate it. If you are new and you liked what you saw, please hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell so that you're notified when I put up a new video, and make sure that you like the video, comment on the video. I do read the comments. I do respond with at least the little heart emoji, if not actually comment back to you, and share the video too if you are so inclined. I really do appreciate you, and I hope that you have a great rest of the weekend and a great week. It has record-breaking temperatures here in Southern California. Last year, I think we didn't get over 100 except for maybe 1 or 2 days. We are on day 4 of getting really close, if not at or over 100 degrees here. So I'm going to finish this video and go inside where it's air conditioned and spend my afternoon inside. That's it. Have a great week. Happy stitching. Bye.